There we go. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Shamanic Support Circle for Ukraine, the 7 o'clock meeting. It's beautiful to see everybody here. Thank you so much. I have been so just heart sick over what's been happening. And when I checked in with Spirit to find out, well, what will work, but how can I be helpful? I got a really clear message to do this. So here I am, and here we are. We just had one more person join us. So, Michaela, mute your mic if it's on. And I'm going to get ready to smudge everyone, okay? So, nestle in, get really comfortable. Drawing your breath, feeding the belly. Release your breath, send your roots down into Mama Earth, connecting to time and space and now. With the sacred smoke, I clear at the top of your head, around your third eye, and your throat, around the heart, the middle of your body, your belly, and your roots all the way to Mother Earth. Oh. Now I have Sacred Medicine Space open, but I want to add you in. So I'm going to use my rattle. I think when I look at this list, I think everybody here has been in sacred space with me before, but you know what? I will just repeat this very quickly. What I'm saying is Peruvian, and it basically is inviting all of our spiritual allies in. You get to invite in your spiritual allies for your protection and help them to help while we do this work together. Oh, ancestors, see all of us here before you now. We honor your ways. We welcome you and our power animals, helping spirits, star family, and soul tribe to join us here in Sacred Medicine Space. Winds of the south, we call to you, to Sachamama, great serpent. Mother, sister, serpent, wrap us with your great coils of light, helping us to shed the wounds of our past, like you shed skins, all in one piece. We are here to walk the beauty way together, to bring the shed skins of healing back to the earth and to ourselves and to our dear soul family in deep distress. Be with us, Mama. Guide us and protect us. Aho. Winds of the west. Oh, Otorongo Jaguar. Come, be with us, helping us find right alignment with the shadows, with the past, to shred those old skins and to find a new way, dying to what no longer serves. Be with us, guide us, and protect us. Amen. Winds of the north, ancient ones, grandmothers and grandfathers, come, be with us, be with us. We are here for healing, to learn, to receive your wisdom, and then to share it with those who are to come. And hummingbird, royal hummingbird, help us to find our way through all this chaos, finding the stillness inside the center that is true. We seek right alignment with the present, with time itself, truly being the gift that it is. Guide us and protect us. Amen. Winds of the east, eagle and condor. Come, be with us, be with us. Help us to see the long vision, to come into right alignment with the future. We're dreaming into being. All this pain, shame, drama, trauma, guilt, and fear, help us transmute it into something to create the future with. Be with us, guide us, and protect us. Amen. Hear us, Pachamama, great Earth Mother, as we sink our roots into you and we ask for healing for us and for all our relations. Plant people, stone people, finned, furred, and feathered, the two-legged and the four-legged and the many-legged. For we are one people, one planet, Mama. Help us remember we all belong. Guide us and protect us. Great Spirit, Father, Son, Grandmother Moon, and Grandfather Sky, great star nation, host, come be with us, be with us. Help us find our way to know that everything we're experiencing is a part of us discovering who we really are. Help us trust. You who are of 1,000 names, yet whose name is unknown, join us, guide us, and protect us. Aho. So welcome everyone. I'm just letting one more person in right now. Wow. Thank you for coming and being a part of this. I promised to keep it to an hour, so I'm going to do my best to do that. So, because I know everybody's got busy lives, but I really appreciate you coming and being here. The 4 o'clock event went really well, and I had a special guest. Her name is Christina. She shared some really important information I'll talk a little bit about tonight in our group, but also I will share with you the link to that, plus the bonus recording I made with her afterward. She's going to supply me with a lot of links so you can get on the ground information from people who are there rather than relying on news sources, which we know can be not complete or a little fantastical sometimes. So we'll get you that info. Meanwhile, I want to share what's happening tonight. First of all, you'll see I've got a split camera here because I've got Robin over there. Just wave your hand, Robin. She will be building what we call a Despacho, which is a medicine bundle that is made to be offered to the Pachamama, the earth, for love, for healing. In this instance, obviously, we're looking at supporting the people of Ukraine and all of us who are so deeply affected by what's happening. So all the parts that go into the Despacho, they all have their own special meaning. And your phone just died. Yeah. Oh, you get a phone call. Okay, it'll all be fine. They all have a special meaning, but especially there's some things going in that are from our first healing circle we did today at 4. So I like being able to combine the energy of both circles. When we put them all together, it's over 50 people that are focused on this idea of people coming together can help bring a strong healing vibration, hopefully call in some destiny paths for resolution and rebuilding, because obviously that's going to have to happen too. So whenever I do these groups, I usually do a shamanic weather. I'm just going to say something really quick because we have, so much going on. And that's that when I scheduled this event, I did it because it was the day I could on my calendar. I did not look at the astrology, which quite often is what happens. Well, it's such an amazing time to do this because over the weekend we had personal planets, Mercury and Mars and Venus, all interacting in certain ways that activated them. Mars and Venus coming together in 0 degrees Aquarius. This is our feminine and masculine sides coming into perfect alignment at the 0 degree of a sign, which is so impactful, so strong. And with Aquarius, it is about humanity and community building and connection and how does one serve the all. Crazy creation energy that's very powerful for us. The sun conjuncted Jupiter, that magnifies all of that and your own way of being in the world in the most powerful way. And it just was a very energy rich and intense weekend. If you're like me, it was quite the energy ride. And so that makes today a wonderful day because we are pulling all that in along with what's called a sextile between the sun and the moon, the outer self and the inner self, which is a special activation in a very positive way. So if we can use that on a personal level and combine it here in this healing circle and then give it to the earth, give it to the people of Ukraine and to the land of Ukraine, it's just part of the goodness that can happen, I think, in the middle of so many dark things. So that's the shamanic weather. Aho! Um, I want to say, in regard to what's happening in the Ukraine, and by the way, don't ever say the Ukraine. Really, just say Ukraine. When Christina was on, she is Ukrainian, and she said that the Ukraine is a holdover from when Ukraine was considered to be a part of the Soviet Union. What they were occupied. They weren't Russian. They are Ukrainian. And so when we say Ukraine instead of the Ukraine, we're acknowledging the difference. And you know how little tweaks in verbiage can make a big, big difference, right? So I probably lost track of my thought by doing that, but oh yeah, when I speak of Ukraine and this horror of invasion, um, a lot of you know that I have to move. New people own this property, and they are going to be doing some development on it. It is likely that my little cottage here will be taken down. The shamanic garden will be covered by a multi-story building, and they wanted to come in and get some stuff started before I've even left. So I was really spinning on that today. I got it resolved, and it looks like we're going to be okay. But uh, it's just a sick feeling to know something that you've nurtured is literally going to be destroyed in at least at a physical level. And I do have a place to live. I'm gonna be back at where I when I first came to San Diego. I'll be back on the other side of Mount Helix. I'll be Tom's new roommate, and you'll love the garden there. You'll love everything that's happening there. It is magical, and I've already got some things moved over there, and that will proceed. But I just that horrible ickiness in my heart, in my belly, from the things that have been happening here. And then you take that and multiply it by a million times a million times a million, and they're living at every moment of every day in Ukraine. So I feel like we all have that inside of us. We all identify somehow inside of us with the sense of being evaded, of being pushed out of our what we thought was our comfort zone, or we thought was ours. And we're going to work on that tonight inside so it can spread to the outside. I wanted to know if anybody had any questions or anything before I go into this next part, or any comments. Nope. Okay. Just like to check. We are recording. If you came in late, you didn't get to hear that message, but we are recording, and I'll be sharing this recording with the 4 o'clock group as well as the 7 o'clock group. So, what is one of the great appealing? Oh, and we're going to have Robin start on the Despacho now. So, she's going to be using things, including some beautiful sunflowers that represent the elementals. They look at those. Aren't they beautiful?
And the roses are from my garden.
They're from your garden. Look at that.
Excuse me, Mara.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Have you done a guided journey on your own and asked your guides what's going on with, the world?
Oh, that's a good question, Michaela. Yeah, I mean, have I taken a shamanic journey?
Yes.
Yes. It's real disturbing to me because the destiny paths are many and none of them are set, so to speak. Too many variables. But this is a part of how are we going to come together as a community? How are we going? Yes, Amber Jade, you're right. How are we going to are we gonna do it the old way? Are we gonna fire more guns? Right now, aren't you amazed at how instead of getting into more artillery, I mean, we're sending help to Ukraine, but we're not escalating the situation. We're using non-lethal measures to put pressure on folks to change what they're doing, right? And that is the new consciousness, is to have a group. It's like there's a tribe in Africa, I think it is. Sorry if I picked the wrong continent, but I really believe it's Africa. Whereas if one of the tribal members does something, it's a terrible offense, hurts someone, steals something, um, everybody in the tribe gets together, and they put this person in the middle of their circle, and they all start telling this person what they love about them and how they're good and they're wanted, they're an important part of the community, and they need to hear this. They shower love onto the person until something shifts, something breaks, and they lose the anger or the jealousy or whatever motivated them. That the power of the tribe loves them back to health. Now, we're not doing that, obviously, with the Russians right now, but in a way, I know I am. I'm holding compassion in my heart for all the people there who don't know what's going on, or who do know and are terrified to do anything. And yes, Georgette was saying there are thousands of Russians protesting, no more war. This is important, and these are the things to be shared and repeated and build the consciousness on. So, Michaela, when I talk to the guys, they're all about how this is topside world. This is about us really, growing up and taking responsibility and figuring out how we're going to coexist on this planet. We can't play Monopoly anymore. I'm on Park Place and you're on Baltic. We have to figure something out here. We have to do something global instead of partisan and hate filled. So power hopefully is shifting, but it's not something that that can be predicted in a shamanic journey right now. Our job, people who are deciding to be in this particular vibration of the totality, people who are building despachos and altars and prayers and doing groups like this, our job is to keep creating the possibilities for healing, to keep drawing in the destiny paths, the highest and best outcome, and to fill ourselves up with love so it can spill over. And that is part of what we're going to do tonight in our work. So especially in our healing journey. So Robin's continuing to build the despacho and sending her prayers and everything. And one of the things that she's doing is feeding energy into the quintos, which are little prayer bundles of sage and rose petals, or bay leaves. We often use bay leaves. In South America, they use cocoa leaves. Mm-hmm. And these are very special little prayer bundles that anchor the energy of the person who's sending the message. So when we have one to blow into, and she'll make one pretty soon here, we can blow into it. We're not gonna do that quite yet though, but she'll make one. The energy goes into it and then goes into the prayer bundle, and when we bury it or burn it, it is accepted into the earth, and it's part of moving all of this energy. And yes, please keep talking in the chat. I will save the chat so we can have it for everybody afterward. But if you have anything you want to contribute and put in the chat, it is completely welcome and desired. So why does this whole conflict really grab us? Well, part of it is these people in Ukraine, they have such spirit. They are so defiant. And well, they should be. It's their home, and they're being told that they belong to someone else, and they don't. They belong to themselves, and that spirit is so inspiring to all of us, and we all feel deeply, deeply connected to it. I'm looking at this as a supercosm, that all of us coming together are forming a supercosm of intention and healing to help this situation as much as we can. And in the event and in what I send you afterwards, there'll be 2 emails. One will be the automatic one that the system generates, but the other will have information in it, including links, so you can connect with Christina to get more information. So you can follow President Zelensky on Instagram, and all kinds of interesting links that will give you actual information unfiltered by news sources. And I think that can be perhaps the most useful. So with the despacho, let's see. What else do I want to say here? What I want to do is do a little bit of a breathing of some prayers before we go into the shamanic healing journey. Getting a little message about my internet connection, so hang on a second. Are you guys still able to hear me? Am I still here? Yeah, I'm green. Okay, thank you. Sorry
You were
about
frozen
that.
a minute ago, Mara.
Okay, so what that was the problem with the internet connection, and that's one of those things I can't control. So if I do freeze, then Robin will still be on. I'll go jump on hers. Because she's got her phone here on a separate channel. Don't you like that? Oh, that's smart. And that way we can stay connected very, very easily. I'm going to show you something here. I guess I jiggled that out of the way. This is my altar for tonight. And this is actually my altar for this moon cycle. Gosh, it's really crooked. I'm sorry about that. I should be way better about that. I guess I must have jiggled this or something. Well, you get the picture, right? There we go. That's a little better. It has this Native American woman, but she really represents all the mothers whose children are now killing or being killed. And these candles are from the 13th rite that I did with Imbolc, and then with this new moon I started another set, and so I just burn one every day as part of honoring the rite. And there's our fire that we're throwing all of our troubles into, and there's more yumminess in here, but this is helping to hold the energy of what we're doing. And then Robin's got that going. You've got to keep it there. So what we're going to do is hold that up to the camera, if you would, so they can see that. You see the rose petals and the bay leaves? So those are the three worlds, the Uhupacha, the Kaipacha, and the Harakpacha. Don't smack me if I say it wrong. Power, love, wisdom, past self, present self, becoming self. The red petals are for the Pachamama, and the white petals, which we don't have, but we're pretending we do, are for the mountains. They're always in our heart. Anyway, I'm going to have her blow into this, and as I continue to prompt you for this next part, your prayers intend that they are going into this Quintos and any others that she makes while we're doing this portion, okay? So as I do this little guided breathing, you just keep making Despacho. Excellent. So everybody just get comfortable, straighten your back up. One of the things that's important, if you can, is just kind of bring your shoulders up to your ears and then roll them back a bit. This activates the vagus nerve, and this really helps to make yourself open as a bigger channel for love. And then take one hand, put it over your heart. Somebody's mic is still on. I muted you, because that's the kind of lady I am. You put your hand on your heart. Hang on. There we go. And then another hand, put your other hand on your belly. So one's on your heart, one's on your belly. And I want you to breathe into your heart and feel your heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Breathe into your heart again. Boom, 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 boom. One more time. Boom, 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 boom. Feel your energy soften in your heart. And your heart even feels like it's opening. Now breathe into your belly. And as you exhale, you feel that boom, 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 boom. Really deep and vital. The heartbeat of the Mother Earth. Breathe again into your belly. Boom, 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 boom. The heartbeat of the Mother Earth is now in your heart and your belly. And it moves through your whole body. And you're feeling that relaxation and that presence of coming to your center, to yourself. And as you're in your center, as you're in yourself, you're asking yourself some questions. What is tugging at your heart about all of this happening in Ukraine? And what would the healing be for that? Blow that prayer into the leaf. Healing for Ukraine. Into the quintos, into the rose petals and the bay leaves. Blow in healing for what is tugging at your heart. How did this hit you? How did it become personal for you? How are you feeling connected to Ukraine and Russia? Blow it into the quintos. They're your sisters, your brother, your soul family. Maybe you know someone who's Russian, someone who's Ukrainian. I do. And maybe you do too. And even if you don't, you probably do and you don't know it. Breathe it in. May all be healed. May all be safe. What is your prayer for your Russian friends, for your Ukrainian friends? Breathe into your heart. Breathe into your belly. What are you feeling? How is this all so resonant within you? What in your life has been similar to this? Are you part of a displaced people? Blow in prayers for all your relations. Healing from your own healing, however you've healed from being pushed out of your home, from seeing your home attacked and destroyed. Blow it into the leaves. What is the healing for that? Where is the love for that? What visions have come alive in your mind? From your heart, from your belly? What comes to your mind when you think of what's been happening, how people have been affected, how they will? What will heal that ugliness, those wounds? Blow those prayers into the leaves. Blow them into the quintos. Offer the healing. Offer the prayers. Let all be healed. Let all receive this healing. Healing it from the core, from how it lives within you, with the breath, with the connection. Breathing it in. Breathing it in. Beautiful. Give it all to the Pachamama, knowing that it will be burned or buried. It will become elemental, completely back connected to the earth, the energy delivered, the prayers received, the blessings begin. And as you're ready, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can drop your hands. When you open your eyes, you'll see that the Despacho is well underway to become a beautiful bundle of love that we are sending forth. Sending forth. Thank you. All right, I'm bringing myself back now. So, one of the things I'll be sharing in the follow-up to this will be a link that explains a symbol for Ukraine. That means freedom, and it means strength. And I saw something in it that to me looked like two people bringing their palms together face to face in solidarity. It's a beautiful symbol, and it's a special stylized trident. And I can't remember what it's called. It has this amazing, very Ukrainian name. I can't say it very well, but you'll see Christina talking about it if you look at the 4 o'clock circle that we're going to do. So as she continues this beautiful despacho, I am going to be taking us into a guided journey for the healing portion of this. I mean, even more healing and support for Ukraine. And that's something that is in every single bean and grain of rice and all of our hearts and intentions that are going into this despacho and into the healing tonight. Is in this support, we're finding the healing that comes into us as well. Yeah. So we're just going to go ahead and go right into the guided journey. So everybody, and does anybody have any questions or comments before I do that? Because I do want to try to remember to do that for folks. Nope. Okay. All right. So I like to do this to be sure that you're hearing me voice and hearing me drum. Can you hear both? Cynthia, if you can hear, just give me, yeah, awesome. I picked on, oh, there's Tina. Yeah, thank you. I like to have it tested beforehand because you just never know. I keep thinking like I'm forgetting to tell you guys something. But basically, if I am, I'll tell you later. That's usually how that works, right? So when I do a guided journey, remember whatever I say for the journey, that's just what I'm saying. If you end up going somewhere different, we have a lot of grads in this group, so you know how this is. If you go somewhere different, that is perfectly fine. That's what you got called to do. So you go there. Understand too that the whole intention behind this keeps the focus strong, and all of this healing that we're doing, it's not just us. We're pulling along anybody else who wants to be instrumental, who wants to contribute, who wants to be part of this. So I'm going to switch back over to the altar. And remember, you can throw into the fire anything else that you would like to personally throw in. And now, oh, that's weird. I went away. Am I still pinned? Nope, okay. There I am. So now what we'll do is we're going to do this guided journey. Get very comfortable where you're at. That focus we were using before to breathe into the prayer bundles, we're now using to breathe into our hearts. Feeling our shamanic eye turn inward and into the vast chamber of the heart. When you arrive in your heart, it's as if you are in a beautiful forest clearing, the stars above you, and you see everybody there, all of us, and more. You see your ancestors, your soul family that's not in a body. You see power animals and other helping spirits. It's a crowd, and it's a huge circle. A fire burns within the circle, and several shamans are in there, in different types of clothing that match their cultures, doing different kinds of rituals that are appropriate for their people, chanting or beating drums, making despacho, making other offerings. Maybe they have animal fetishes, maybe someone else is playing a drum or a didgeridoo or blowing on a conch shell. We have a vast collection worldwide and across the ages of strong, powerful beings joining us in this work. This is not unheard of. It has happened before. I've seen it. I know. And so do you. We are joined together in this common intention for healing, that goes beyond one country or two, but for all people. As they are in their ceremonies, you suddenly feel the call of the forest behind you. And you step back from the bright light of the circle and turn around and walk into the forest. Your eyes quickly adjust, and even better, you can see clearly. Colors are real, even if they're in the colors of night. You're drawn to a tree, a giant hollow tree, but still vibrant with life, its ancient gnarled roots crawling along the ground and sinking deep into the Pachamama, into the earth, and its branches reaching so high, studded with emerald green leaves. But the center is hollow and has several openings. You pick the one that's right at the ground level and move into the center of this beautiful tree. Inside, the light of the world changes again, and you notice these little beads of sap on the inside of the bark, the living bark, the living tree that is hollow. They glisten like jewels. You can feel, hear, see, touch, and smell the aliveness of this tree. You feel your consciousness merge with the tree. And you know the secret of this beautiful tree now. The center is not hollow. It is the heart of the tree. And this heart has transcended from physical to spirit. It is connection between the 3D world and all that is possible. And you can feel the energy moving around you. The flow between the worlds now flows through you. You are the conduit, not owning the energy, not giving of your own, just opening the channels and becoming a very helpful conduit to this energy. You are joined with the tree and feel the earth energy moving up through you. The wisdom of the many clans that have been here before. And you feel the Pachamama nourishing, sending this nourishment up, 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 anchoring the great life force of this magical tree. And when the energy rises, when this nourishing gift from the Pachamama flows up the tree, it runs down each branch, it activates into each leaf, and it awakens connection to your soul family, your past lives, and all those connected to them. An endless number of souls all connected to this tree and to this message, this energy of healing. And as this happens, it awakens the connection to the sky, to higher self, Sky Father even. And that energy pours through like sunlight, awakening photosynthesis in the leaves, like the kindest gift pouring down through the tree, through you, because you are in the heart center of the tree, and back down to continue the cycle of energy with the Pachamama. When this energy flows through you, through the leaves and the roots, with your intention, it begins to act. It brings healing to war and how war lives in each and every one of us. Comfort to the fear that has been so alive. It feeds the hungry and it soothes the land bearing the tears and blood of all those who've given so much to be free. The blessings reach out to all as they flow through you. This tree is a miracle of life between worlds, and you are a part of it. You feel that energy flowing through you and feeling it working on your own personal matrix, helping to heal how war is alive in you. And many times your ancestors had to flee their land because of invaders, or even the time when your ancestors were the invaders. We ask for healing for all, especially those that are connected to us, because through them we can reach out further, wider, deeper, stronger. Inside this hollow tree, the beads of sap, they become the stars. Stars all above you, all around you, glowing with this light of wisdom from the star beings. And they become the tears of the tree of life, mourning all the losses that have been, losses that are happening, and those that are to come. Or they are a part of the cycle of life, but that makes them no less tragic or sad. And the beads of sap are the seeds of change, of all the possibilities we are dreaming in, seeing new pathways to peace, finding ways that everyone's spirit can connect and vibrate to help those who are stuck in the low vibration, to help those who are trapped in the victim, rescuer, persecutor triangle. How can they be helped to move, to shift, to change? We don't know, but we send the energy out with intention that it be found and taken in. The seeds of change for you, and how all of this can at least heal within you and become so full of love that you can share it with others. And then you watch as all the stars and the tears and the seeds of change begin to swirl all around you, detaching themselves from the inside of this tree until they all swarm together and then are sent deep into your heart, where you can breathe them in, receive the gift, receive the love, let it flow in. This coming together of the three worlds, this inviting for right alignment. Let the love come in and fill you up like honey. You hear the chanting. You hear the calling. Back to the fire, back to the tribe, the clans, the shamans, the ceremonies. And you slowly get up and leave, not really wanting to, but you can come back again another time. You leave the tree and you return to the circle. Return to the circle and watch as the ceremonies are all coming together into one. This despacho, this blessing, this prayer bundle that will be offered to the Pachamama. And you watch the shamans as they fold and wrap up this bundle. And then they anoint everybody with it in a ritual cleansing. pulling away the last of your ills and feeding the bundle with the last of your prayers until everyone has been swept and cleared. And the shamans prepare to burn the bundle. You sing to the fire and turn your back to it so as not to watch the burn, so as not to be attached to the outcome. You let go. And you walk away, leaving the bundle in the hands of the shamans. Peace fills you as his healing spills over and touches the earth and begins to flow into those who don't even know it's happening but are willing to receive it. It spreads to all. Take a breath in, breathing out love. As you come away from the fire and away from the forest, you find yourself back at that access point to your heart and being called back to the here and the now as you sit in circle with everyone virtually and feel everyone's connection. Take a breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Take another breath. Feel your heart open up and expand. Come back all the way. When you're ready, open your eyes. And you can see us. And you can see this beautiful Despacho that Robin made while we did this work. Perfect. Wow.
I'm gonna show it to him.
Huh?
I'm gonna show it.
Yeah, go ahead. If you can move, she's going to move it in so you can see it a little more closely here. There you go. That's the top with the rose. And the sunflowers, of course. Really came out beautiful, Robin. And what will happen is after we do the circles, she and I will fold it up and we'll either burn it or it'll be buried at her house. Obviously, I won't be burying it here because it would be disturbed by whatever's going to go on here. There, you got that. Excellent. So I hope everybody's back. Everybody came back, right? Yeah? Good? Okay. All right. So I really treasure that you came to do this with us. We will be completing this, and the energy is already in motion, big time. I encourage everyone to continue to keep this consciousness alive. And when you get despair, when you get overwhelmed, turn off the damn news. Follow the leads that I'll be sending out to you so you can get some real solid and contemporary information, and also just some beautiful stories about Ukraine and the people there. And let's keep finding those, keep putting the consciousness on what's beautiful and what's alive and the spirit of these people. Oh my gosh, they have such tenacity. They really do. They're the badgers scaring away the wolf and the moose and the bear. You know, they're like, that's what badgers do. They're badass. And that's how I view these people, is just incredibly badass. Jennifer wants to know, do I have resources? They are in the event. And they will be included again in the follow-up letter I'm going to send to everybody. I highly recommend, there's a group of resources that Christina put together for me. That's one link, and it has several links buried in that. And then I put a link from Charity Navigator of their top 10 vetted charities. Yeah, be real thoughtful about where you're giving money because there's all kinds of scam artists out there right now. Let me check chat, see if there's any other questions that came out. Thank you for that. Someone was saying about the oasis. Yeah, I'm very much hoping that the seeds for happy people living here are planted firmly in the soil so when they build their multi-story building, there's enough for all of them that are going to end up living here paying a stupid amount of rent. It's so difficult. I keep checking with my neighbors, and um, they are finding places to live. So I'm very happy. That's like totally been like everybody's like, Mara, where are you gonna live? I'm like, no, don't worry about that. What about all these people who are on her moving day? Jenna had her baby, and she and Colin were supposed to move that day, so they had to put their move off for 10 days so she could recover. Can you imagine? Like you being forced to move while you're pregnant? Oh no, you get to like the day you're moving, like you go into labor. It was it's like that. But they're all finding places and they're loving where they're finding, and that's a good thing. Even though our little community is getting scattered, um, linked with love within our communities. It starts with us at home. That is dang right. Please, if you don't know your neighbors, this is the best excuse to suddenly break that wall. I understand we all can maybe have a neighbor that we're like, I don't know, but right? Everybody has had at least one of those, right?
I got one.
But for the most part, people are good. You're going to find something good in most of the folks that live around you. And where I'm moving, I know the neighbors already. I'm in, like Flynn, like they're like, it's gonna be here. They're already coming out and hugging me and everything. I'm like, yes, I will. So it's really fun. Robin's been there. She knows. It's awesome. Yeah, you'll love it. You guys will be there. I will keep you informed for the spring equinox celebration. Will be the last party here at the Oasis. After having talked with the engineer, I think we're going to be okay. They're not going to tear up the garden. They're going to make holes elsewhere unless there's a change. I'll let you know after Wednesday, but it looks very, very positive. And so we can do one more fire ring here, and that's going to mean a lot to me. So it's on my website, maraclearspring.com. You can go there and find out information, and it'd be great if you sign up, because then if I send you updates, you'll get them. Check your various folders, because like I said, email clients will automatically sort me to odd folders. It's just one of those things I can't do anything about. And I will give you an update on how Robin and I finish up the Despacho here. Okay, so you guys will get that. And I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions or needs? The space is open. Or shares. Anything you want to share about something that we might all want to know about? So in the resources I'll be sending you afterward, and that'll take a little while. Probably you'll get it tomorrow morning. There will be some information from Christina about common phrases that you're hearing in Ukrainian and what they mean. One of the ones that I like is just about love, about I love you. I thought it was really beautiful. And I think that you'll find some value in that. I'm noticing there's a little more chat here. Someone's scared. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you shut off again for some reason. Oh, more phone calls. Robin's really popular. So when people call her, the phone shuts off. No, nobody's calling me, or if they are, I'm blocking them. I miss you guys so much. I can't wait to see you. And once I'm installed in my new place, then we will have classes and things again. So it's okay. So everybody, just I will send you the emails. I can't think of anything else to tell you right now. I'm just very thankful for you participating. If the call is needed to do another one of these in regard to Ukraine, I will. We're going to see what happens with that. In the meantime, may the war be short. May an unexpected solution come forward. May all be well. And thank you all for participating so much. I so value what you've done. I will be leaving the sacred space open for Robin and I because we need to complete this despacho. What I'll be doing for you, though, is for this moment, thanking everybody's guides and power animals and helping spirits, all of our spiritual allies who are personally here for us individually. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting us through all of this, for helping us give to the earth what we need to let go of, put in the fire that's ready to be burned up, sending our prayers upward and outward for all that assistance, for all that healing within our own lives and our own DNA and our own past lives. We're in so much gratitude. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. Aho. Thank you, everybody. You have a beautiful night. And Robbie, stay on, okay? Cynthia, it was so good to see you. So, so, so good. Oh, I'm going to turn the recording off. I was
You as well.